Smoothing back out some ruts.
I hope that makes it better. That was kind of nasty.
Yeah, there's a lot of rock right here. I need to get like a load of like chips or something and kind of pack in this little bit of an area here. So it's a Tuesday. We had a kind of a rough Monday. Should I tell them about what I did on Monday? There, you guys can see what I did on Monday. I tried to tackle my pickup. So start to my Monday. Started out really solid today. Walked out into my carport. Missed a step just a little bit and ended up shoulder checking my pickup truck right into the fender. Look at that. No joke. That's my shoulder. Did that to a truck. My shoulder doesn't feel very good, but come on. But it's time to move. We're moving over by Centerville today. 330 acres of corn left to go. Does that sound about right? But we got like a 12-mile move or something, which takes a little while to drag some stuff. So the plan is we're gonna move the auger real quick, and then I'm gonna take you over to the grain cart. I'm gonna get in the head, and then Dad's taking the combine over already. And then they'll unpin the head, bring the Ram back here, or the Dodge back here, and then take over 2 semis, which by that time should have a grain cart or a load for 2 people right back in the semis. Either bring back the other semi or bring back the Ram or something along those lines, and then probably repeat that process until what we need.
About the time we're down.
Right, yep, and then we'll move it over to the next part. We're really kind of hoping that we get into better corn as we move east and south. I think they caught a little more rain than we did. I know they caught a little more rain than we did. That's one of the advantages of being, here, you want to take that? Spread out a bit when you're farming is weather patterns are just extremely, the rainfall is just not even at all. This is even better. I got even tighter in.
Yeah, I see that. I thought it's impressive. They're probably going right through there to get on this.
Yeah, this way you can come in there and you just turn wide, and then told them we need to take that dirt, put it here in this hole, and gravel this even a little wider here, give us a little more room. I think you run out of money before you run out of places you want to put gravel. We just need to have our own gravel pit.
Handy, look.
It looks like I keep getting the code here, ECU 37. I think I've had that a couple of times before. It says it's the fuel temperature sensor code. It could be something with the injector pump if that was it, but I'll have to look at that this winter. So we're jumping forward Wednesday with you guys. No, what is today? I think it's Wednesday. I don't know. It's Wednesday. We're gonna call it Wednesday just for good measure. Yesterday, it was pretty slow. I mean, Dad was dealing with some down corn in here. He was harvesting slow. I grain carted a little bit. Other than that, Andrew and I basically backtracked multiple times trying to get all the semis and stuff here. So we would load a truck, then both of us would get in that truck, and I would run back and with him, and then I'd take a truck back here. So that's how we shuttled the equipment. It worked. Dad, with a big move yesterday, Dad harvested almost 60 acres. That's a big day for us. So, or a good sized day for us. I would like to harvest, you know, try and get up to that 80 to 100 an acre days, but usually we've got too many moves in there, and it just doesn't seem like it works. What I guess is working in our favor, unfortunately, is that the yields are not fantastic this year, so the quantity of crop that you have to take out or expect to take out is about 2/3 or so. Man, these windows are dirty, but I'm going to try and polish off the rest of this crop. Dad's got a semi that he's got to unload this morning. Andrew should be on his way. He'll leave the bins probably around 8:30. It's probably a little after 8 right now. So hopefully he shows up, we get the rest of these grain onto the semis. If it doesn't fit, it's a good issue. And then we take the head off and we do about a 6 mile move. And then we repeat the process. Shell some corn. So see, we keep running into these patches of down corn like this, and they're all down facing south right now. Some places are worse than others, and I mean, if you look right there, there's a pretty good patch of down corn. And actually, it's this flat's pretty flat. This flat right here has a large majority of it, and like here's another good little area. You can see it's all going that way. Let's see if we can stand it back up. I don't know if we'll be able to. Come on. This head doesn't do the best at feeding, but it's not horrible. I just don't want to slug it. It's the ends. It's like it's those ends that kind of catch it, where it drapes over the side of it. And then the header height wants you to ride up when you do that because it's getting on this down stalks. So it's slow through this. We about got her. Anyways, the reason I think that this corn's down is with those really hot days we had this summer, like 100 degrees, multiple weeks in a row it felt like. I'm pretty sure they turned those fans up as high as they could possibly go to try and cool things down, and it created a lot of turbulence and knocked that corn down. Time to move. Well, out of one combine, which is the 70, into the 60. Because that 70 looks like it's about to chuck the feeder house belt that was just replaced. That don't work for us. Oh yeah, down the road here. We'll get her going. So we're getting the other one opened up. I gotta get the monitor in, but this combine has the old style globe cables. I gotta have the pigtail, which is actually on the monitor for this combine. I'll have to actually run and grab that when we're doing the jockeying around, but Dad can go loose with this and shell some corn without a monitor. Come on. So we're in the moving process right now, trying to get things shuffled here. We got to get these 2 trucks unloaded, which are the last 2, and then I got to move the auger back onto the bin that it was so that we can top it off. And once we top that bin off, we got to hop bin and go to that one. We'll see how that goes for the day. But I got to go track down that pigtail for the ag leader. During the process of doing this, the Hy-Vee's truck's clutch is out of adjustment. It's not clutching right, so it won't like release the gear. So the truck wants to stay in gear in first. Dangerous, so it's parked down a truck. Thankful harvest is just about over. Semi's down. About shucked that belt on the 9670 this morning. Caught it in time so it didn't happen, and then Dad just called and said he actually shucked that belt on the 9660. So I do not know what's going on, but Something's going on. Oh, instead of bringing back 2 semis to haul grain like madmen today, we're gonna take I'm bringing my truck, and then I'm gonna go grab my dad. He's gonna go to Deere. Sounds like Deere's gonna try and get the 9670 running here today, so we'll see. You can't make this stuff up. This truck just gave out. What on earth? Oh my gosh. She quit. Okay, that was probably a really shaky video. Sorry, I left my GoPros here. Let's get you caught up on what's happened so far today. Of one heck of a breakdown day. So, on the 9670, they replaced the feeder house belt that goes onto the reverser. When I took the head off this morning, I noticed it was cracking up and about to split again. Well, it turns out it was the wrong size feeder house reverser belt. There's a couple of different ones that they could get. They put the wrong one on there. So, dropped it off. Our 9660 was in there. Well, my dad's 9660 was in there. Cracked that rim like I talked about in the beginning, or like a last video, or a few videos ago. They fixed that. So Dad took off and he started to harvest some corn, and the idler that is the tensioner for that belt on the 9660 bearing went out, shucked it, split that same belt right in two. So that didn't work so good. During that time, we were hauling grain in, and Andrew was driving the Hy-V truck. The Hy-V truck got a new clutch put into it this winter, or spring, I guess, and it's out of adjustment, so it's not stopping right now. So there's our next breakdown. So we've got 2 combine breakdowns and 1 truck at that point. And I was driving the purple truck home, and it's got something going on where it's losing power. So I tried to get it going again. It didn't. I didn't have a GoPro to show you guys. But that truck's parked too. So we show back up here to the field, and I kid you not, that's broke again. Take this truck back again, unload it. When you're unloaded, call me. If we can get his combine back here, he'll come back. If we can't get a combine back here tonight, we'll just quit. So, and then if we can't get a combine back here tonight, you'll come back if we can get a combine. Then I don't know if we'll just leave with this truck and then it's here. We'll figure it out. But sounds okay?
It sounds like we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing. What's wrong with the 9670 is there's a hydraulic line that adjusts the feeder house speed, and I'll show you. And this is something that maybe would be an upgrade for that head. So we run a little bit older of a Deere head. It's a 1293, so it's older series, but I mean, it really does pretty good. The chains aren't as beefy and stuff, but it works for us. It does okay in down corn, and it's a paid for head. But one thing that I'm seeing is that the rollers aren't destroying the stalks as well anymore, and that has a mixture to do with in between the feeder house speed, which we couldn't adjust the feeder house speed, which we now know why, yada yada yada. So like the fastest you could harvest, I don't know how I could probably show you this. Let me go run back out here real quick. So if you look at these corn stalks right here and see how they're leaning that way, that means that the corn head I was harvesting faster than the corn head was pulling those stalks down. And that kind of is like stripping it, which it's like, okay, just go slower. Well, the speed that you be going is like less than 3 miles an hour shelling corn. And the corn, we need to be going a little faster than that. Keep the combine loaded up. So you can do, what you have to do is just up your feeder house speed to a certain level, and then the corn stalks will pull down directly. And here you can see where Dad had to be going slower because he was in a pinch point. Here you can see that he was going about the right speed. See how the stalks are still pointing straight up and they're chewed off really nicely? Maybe consider rebuilding those rollers, or maybe getting some of those, who makes those rollers? Calmer or something? Calmer makes those snapping rolls, or whatever they call them. So maybe something to consider, because I don't like the stringiness of the stalks being higher. It really doesn't, it's not like affecting anything. We no-till into it so it'll smack things a little bit more, but it doesn't look as nice, and that's because we've got...
You're giving me a hard time for talking about how things look.
What?
Like big white tires.
Oh,
all
yeah.
those corn stalks don't
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah. Well, I get particular about the way a field looks after it's done.
I just care more about the tractor.
Yeah, he cares more about the way a tractor looks. And I get that too, but I like the way the fields look. All right, I gotta go. I'm going to go get a fuel filter. Call me when you unload that. So, it's not even 6 o'clock, but we're stopping. I'm turning my fan off on the bin here. Had the air on the corn for a little while, but I think we gotta continue this saga into tomorrow. So we'll pick back up with you guys in the morning. Let's go shove that mower away real quick.
I was just thinking, with your recent history, to stay away from the Peterbilt today.
Yeah.
I tripped and fall into it.
Well, Bandit drove into it.
I thought of that today.
People are still like, oh, your Bandit drove into the Peterbilt? It's like, well, technically we got out of the goer when it was in gear, and then he decided that he was going to lay on the gas pedal, and yes, he drove into the Peterbilt.
He didn't even feel bad?
Nope, he didn't. He didn't care at all. But I did make an Amazon purchase. These are you should verify the size of something when you buy it off the internet. Because I get this little package, and I mean, it was just this dinky little package. and we'll show you what these are. But they are not the size that I was assuming via the picture. I thought it'd be a little bigger, substantialer. They should have them like next to somebody's hand, and then they'll have somebody's small hand there. You know, it's like, I don't know, like what kind of dent those are supposed to pull out. Like someone that just
popcorn dent.
Yeah, popcorn dent or something. Like it's like, because not for the people that tried to tackle their truck.
I'd say your chances are better with two at a time.
Better, I'm gonna fall on my butt even better.
Let me back up.
1, 2, yeah. Woo! Watch out, we got dent removal services coming at you. Like, talk about a joke. What a joke. What a waste of dollars. I won't put this product link in the description. Ready? Let's go shell some corn, run the 8110 till we get a load. Sound good? Dad'll be here sometime. So Deere got this 9670 back ready to go. 9660, I'm gonna get more work done to it. But at least we can shell here again this morning. We're down to one semi, however. Dad tried to fix on the the purple truck this morning. Kind of the same things that I did. Added some coolant to it just to see in case it was like derating itself basically. Then we changed the fuel filter on it. She's hurt. So she's hurt. I don't know what's wrong with it, but we're down to one truck. So it might be a little slow for us here this morning. but we'll see what we can't get done.
.8110s on the grain cart for multiple reasons. Ignore that. And it gives her a workout. Not bad if you stay on fairly nice ground. But she's getting her done. Well, here it is, November 3rd. We're picking corn. It's short sleeve weather. Like, pretty nice conditions. It's dry, no mud on the tires. We're setting up for supposed to be a pretty decent rain event tomorrow. Wish we could have more done, but it is what it is. It gets wet this time of year, it don't dry out very fast. The daylight gets short. Heat units usually are gone. So we're just out enjoying the weather and the conditions. I'm just hanging out on top of the grain cart. Good a place as any to watch the action.
And he's back. Yep. Got back at 1:03. Quite a turnaround. With just the one semi, get me a snack going on here. I just got out to stretch my legs, and I've got a hydraulic leak. Coming out of the hydro seal that tells it to, I'm sorry, I'm talking food in my mouth. That tells it to go forward or backwards.
It's leaking again.
Leaking again. So, went to town and got some hydraulic oil. It wasn't in the sight glass, so I don't know if they put more in there after.
No, I'm sure they probably did.
broke's over. It's the breakdowns are just. I'm wondering what broke. Half the head's not working. PTO is spinning. I'm guessing probably the chain in the box over there is gone. And it's after 5 now, but it is harvest time, so hopefully deer might still be there. I gotta run up and figure out what it is before I can call and get a part. Otherwise, I can just take the torch, chop that part of the head off, and then just use the 6 rows that's working.
Well, here we are. The thing inside there that makes things go round and round with links, something broke in there. As you can tell, half the head quit going round and round. So taking out these bolts and we'll see what's in there.
Need whatever that is that adjusts that.
Balled up. Surely it goes up from the bottom over the top.
Good. Dropped it in the dirt. That's what you like to do with a sticky chinooch.
As big a chain, is it?
Nope, but it says that's what it is. It says it's a 60. It ain't the right size. Well, I thought there was a chance we could get back going again, but we looked up by the serial number and everything, and it said 60, just regular 60. I don't know what that is, but that ain't the same stuff, so that chain does not work on this gal. So, they call that good and broke.
You don't think baling wire would put that back together?
No. You think we had enough breakdowns for one video?
I think we did.
I think we had enough breakdowns for one video. It's supposed to be raining tomorrow morning. We're
Feel lucky to get this far in the day. Really.
well, thank you guys for hanging out with us for the day. We appreciate it. I was really hoping to be done with harvest today or tomorrow. That ain't working, and somebody wants to get a hold of me. So hit the thumbs up button on the way out, and we'll see you the next time. Next time we break something.
So I was just sitting here waiting on a truck because there's not one here. That's why we're waiting. Of course, you know, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Lunch was a while ago. I'm looking at my lunchbox. I ate most everything out of it already. Had some good stuff in there today, some homemade goodies that were, well, they're gone. But then I got to thinking, you know, some people talk about their favorite tractor snacks or tractor food or harvest, whatever. So I looked in there. You got the good old Jack Link's peppered beef jerky. That's because I don't have any bison sticks. If you know who's eating bison sticks this fall, leave it in the comments below. But for the sweet tooth, Andy's mints, they're the bomb. Like, they're amazing. Chocolatey goodness with an explosion of mint all in your mouth. Like, whew. That's good stuff. So, oh yeah. And Gatorade. I drank all that, but just kind of bored, so I thought I'd let you know what was in my lunchbox today. Except for the stuff I already ate. She gone.